Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Wednesday live with Jen. I am Jen with Jen's Creative Stampers. Hope you're doing well. I'm coming to you for our day four of Tractor and Company with our Jolly Holly and our craft along that we've been doing here Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Today is our fourth and final craft along session. So hopefully my internet stays up and everything stays well. I know that the audio typically stays connected, so I'm just going to keep going. And you guys have full access to the video to go back and repeat and rewind and do all of that. So I hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying this craft along. I know I definitely am. You can still get this class. We are doing an extended experience. You can either get it with a $50 shopping with me for $50 or more this week through August the 4th and get the PDFs for these projects, or you can buy the class. The link is available in the description below. It comes with the PDF, and we're going to do it in person or get it to go as well. That's an option for you. So you can also go ahead and just buy the PDF. If you would like that, you have that option as well. If you already have the product, that is absolutely fine. Let me see if I can find myself here and get on. I can't, so it's all right. We're going to keep on going. So let me go ahead and point you down. What we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to be working with the Tractor and Company. We have these beautiful texture dots. We have the peppermint twine that came in your kits. And you also have the paper that we've been showing you, the Need for Tweed, and this awesome textures that we all love for the holidays. So really amazing. This is the Tractor and Company if you haven't seen it yet. It is really cute. It's very fun to work with. So I hope that you're loving it as much as I am. So for tonight, let me just show you what we're going to be doing. We have two projects to close this out for our amazing craft along. The first one we will be doing is this one. It is a fun Christmas card. It has a belly band on it here, and you will slide this off and you open this up and it shows you the fun textured paper and that cute little trailer on the inside with all the Christmas trees where they have chopped them down, right? So here we go. I'll leave that out here on the table. I do actually need one more thing here. I did not cut. I tried to be prepared. It has been an insane day, my friends. It has just been absolutely unhinged crazy. So luckily I cut this all last night knowing that today would probably be nuts with work. So it was. So as soon as I logged off, I'm like, I'm going to come in here and we're going to do this. So here we are. So this card is really fun and very, very easy. It's a fun fold card and it has a few different scores on it. So you'll want to get your instructions out and follow along with the score marks. And it's very simple to pull this all together. You will want to put your extended arm out there, and then we will go ahead and put our paper trimmer away for a moment. We will go ahead and do this card in a mountain valley. Okay, so you'll want to make sure you have your bone folder, and you will want to go ahead and burnish all of those score marks really, really well. But it makes it's so fun and so easy to open up this way then. Okay, make sure if you're joining me on the replay or live that you say hello and let me know that you are here. I always love to know who is watching, and I have seen it many, many times where folks who are watching don't know their neighbors that are watching. So that is really cool and very fun. So I've already went ahead and cut this designer paper for this project. And you will basically just go ahead and adhere it down. Now you can choose whatever textured paper that you want that came in your kit. And that's what makes this so fun, right? So you can choose whatever you like the most. So it shows off all of that pretty paper, and this is cherry cobbler. Couple of greens there, I love that, and then this beautiful like red and white sweater kind of material. Super fun. So just adding adhesive there. Okay. And gluing that down. Awesome. Okay. There's that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the inside and we are going to decorate it with that cute little cherry cobbler trailer and the olive trees and then the Memento Black tires, okay, on the tractor. So we're going to start off and we are going to stamp the tires. So we only need the small ones here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my, let's see, right up here. I have my, let's do it like this. There we go. I actually have my mat that I keep at the top there. Let's do it the other way. I'm going to change it up on you because I need to make sure that it is the wheels. Nope, I'm going to do it like this. Do the first one. So here's the hack. We're going to do the first one there. Clean that off really well, and then we're going to come in with the cherry cobbler. We're going to align that right along here so that we have the trailer aligned. Need a black wheel, not a cherry cobbler wheel. There we go. Okay. So that is that. Very easy. Super fun. And then we're going to go ahead and take our trees where they've been cutting the trees. We're going to use the old olive and we're going to put them in the back of the trailer. So fun, right? There we go. So there's the inside of our cute fun fold card. And then I will cap up my inks here because I think I've got everything else stamped, which is fun and easy, okay? So there's that. Then what we're going to do is take this element. We're going to create this here. This is really fun. You will actually take a piece of your basic beige, and I created like a little cloud kind of template. If you have a cloud punch, go ahead and do that, or a die. Go ahead and do that, but it creates just this really fun kind of element to where the sky is coming together and you actually see all of that. There we go. Isn't that fun? I know I'm shaking the table. There we go. Isn't that good? So we have that, and that's just a little fussy cut. You can see how I just went ahead and took just a little piece and just fussy cut it out. Then we're going to take a piece of our designer paper and we're going to adhere it as though it is the grass. That was a really fun way to improvise on that. And you may need to snip it around the edges, which is totally fine. And then we're going to take our dimensionals. We're going to pop our cute little tree up here. And put it kind of right in the grass there. And then we're going to take our twine and we're going to double it up. And we're going to tie a little, small little bow. You may need to start larger and then work it to be smaller. That's fine too. So just tie it and start to work it smaller and smaller. And use your mini glue dots. There we go. You're going to cut the edge like that. Get the double. There we go. And get our glue dot right here. Right on the top there. So cute, right? Let's get that a little bit more centered on the top. Okay. And then what we're going to do is take our cute little, wherever they are, here they are. We're going to take our little embellishments, and we are going to use our Take Your Pick tool, and we're going to add 5 of these as though they are ornaments to our tree. Isn't that fun? And then we are just simply going to go ahead and build this together on dimensionals. So add dimensionals to your smallest everyday arches die. Okay. And hopefully we've still got internet. Don't know why it's been so spotty here the past few days, but it sure has been. Very frustrating when you're trying to do a live. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and take this and we are going to adhere this to the inside of our card. Okay. Oh, I did forget to go ahead and stamp the sentiment, so I'll go back and do that. So there's the inside. How cute is that? Right? So fun. And let's grab the Season's Greetings, and we're going to use the Cherry Cobbler for this. And we're going to add it. Hi, Judy. Good to see you. We're going to add it here to the front of that cute little card. Ideally, you do that before you put dimensionals on, and that way you don't kind of booger that up. But that's okay. We're moving on. So then what we're going to do is we'll just take our belly band. You can cut that from any one of the designer papers. And I don't cut it before I actually wrap it around and adhere it where I want it. Okay? So you should do the same. So I can see exactly where I need it to be, and I'm going to just give it a little snip there. And I'm going to adhere it with some, either you can use Seal Plus or your liquid glue. And just give it just a minute to hold. And it kind of pops out so it holds it really nice. And you are going to align it so that you cover that seam, and you can add 3 dimensionals right along where that's going to live on that belly band. Okay. And then you are good. All right, so that is card number 1. Isn't that so fun? You open it up, and there you go. Okay, so that's card number 1, and then get this back on here. There we go. Fits nice and tight, but it's good because it's able to slide off and on. Okay, so there's that one. And then the other project that we're doing tonight is a really fun project. You're going to be able to use this, and it's pretty awesome how it all comes together. I haven't cut the designer paper yet, but we will do that together. So let me get my instructions out. and then we'll go from there. Okay. All right, so here's what we need. Those two. We're going to need our paper trimmer. And we are going to create this amazing carry-all box. Super excited about that. Isn't that so fun with all the different textures around there? It's an extremely sturdy box. I have a lot of cards in here, a lot. I can put these in here as well, and it could take a whole lot more. So I love this box. It is, like I said, a super sturdy one, so I hope you enjoy this also. So let's get started. I've die cut everything for this amazing box. And what we're going to do, we're going to start with the base of the box first. And it will require your arm to be out on your paper trimmer. So we'll cut it, we'll miter it, and then we will decorate, okay? So what we're going to do first, you're going to take the backing here and you're going to cut it down as the directions say. There we go. And you can get rid of that, you don't need it. And then we are going to cut, let's see here, we're going to score it multiple times. So let's see here, we are going to do it, let's make sure we're doing on the right side because you have different scores on the long side versus on the short side. So on the long side is here. We are going to do 2 different scores. So you're going to do this one. Make sure that's right. Yep. Let's see here. Yep, so there's that one. And then we're going to do this one here. So you just flip it around. Score it like that, and then on the short side you are going to score it I hear my son's music. It's cracking me up. All right, so then on this side we're going to do it here and here. Okay. How's your guys' day been? Everybody doing okay? Having a good day? Alright, so there's the box base, and then here is the top. And we are going to cut this down to size. We're going to go right there, and we are going to do that. And cut that down a little bit. Okay. And then you're just going to score all 4 sides here. There we go. As simple as that, right? Really easy. But this is an amazing box, and I have multiples of them, and I just love them because they're so easy to put tons of great things in them. So let me get my paper snips. And what you're going to do is you will miter the tabs on the box base. Okay. You're just going to miter those so it's a nice, even, and when it comes together it's really clean and very easy. Okay. It's talking about Christmas and the holidays. I hear my son listening to Christmas tunes down there on the computer, which is cracking me up. Alright, so there we go. And you've got these here. And I don't fold them back, I just fold them in so that I will be able to keep those edges nice and let me go the long ways. nice and clean. Okay. There we go. So we're going to miter these two, the longest ends on the box lid. Okay. All right. There we go. As easy as that. Okay. So then you're just, again, going to go ahead and burnish these and put these right together. Very, very easy. Does everybody love boxes for the holidays? I know typically most of us do. I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive on the outside of those little short tabs, and then fold my end up, and I make sure that I have these nice and square, and just let it set up there. Let the glue set up so that everything adheres nicely. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing here on the other end. Again, adding a little bit of adhesive to the outside of those small tabs. You see that? Hopefully you guys can see me. My camera keeps moving on me. There we go. Okay. And then hold this. Let it set up really well. So fun. And this, the measurements here, you will be making a perfect box. Perfect box. It is very, very, it is literally, it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite boxes to create because, first of all, it's so big, but then also, I'm just going to put, again, the adhesive on the inside of the small tab. And I'm going to fold it over, and I'm going to go ahead and fit it to where it's just square on the outside. Can you guys see that? I got to hold it here, let it dry and set up. But this box is amazing because you can put tons of gift items in it, lots and lots of fun, and it's always very clean and very nice when it's all finished. Okay. And so then here I am going to do the same thing on the other side. Put it here. Let's do, I did it the wrong way on that one. Let's do it like this. Do it on the inside, not the outside. But it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. So you're going to pull the side up, and then you're going to adhere the adhesive to the outside just like we did the other one. Okay? And you'll want to hold this and get it nice and firm and set up. Just like that. Give it a minute. When you miter those edges, it really makes a big difference to go ahead and keep everything nice and even. So I'm going to add the adhesive then to the outside there. I'm going to wrap this side up, and it should fit evenly there. Perfect. And if you have trouble with your score lines matching perfectly side to side on your boxes or your 3D items, get your score board out and actually use that, because that will really, really help you. Okay, doing the same thing on the other side here. And just going to adhere that over. Okay. Hi Maggie, good to see you. Thanks for joining me, you guys. So fun. There we go. So you can see that my two seams are facing the back here. So this will be the back of my box. And let's see how well it goes together. Like a glove, fits like a glove. Isn't that awesome? It's a huge box. So what we're going to do now, I wanted to wait to show you how easily it is to go ahead and cut the designer paper to make it all match so that you can use one piece of 12 by 12 and not have to have any waste. So let me grab it here, the one I'm going to use. I'm going to use the same one that I used here. You can see this is one side and this is the other side. Okay, and how I have the directions written, you are going to cut it exactly like that. Okay, so let me get my box back out of the way. So you are going to start with the base, and that usually is the easiest. Okay, so the base, you take the 12 by 12 and you are going to cut your two pieces for the front and the back, right? And any kind of leftovers that you have would be scraps like this, right? So we'll just lay that off to the side. So this is the front and the back. Let me just show you how it goes on. It fits absolutely perfect. So we'll continue. So this is the front. What you do to the front, you also do to the back, right? So that's one. Then we'll do the next cut, which is going to be the sides of your box. And that is going to be this cut here. I cut the smallest of the measurements there. And then you've got, let's see, is this correct? Yeah, let me see, let me make sure. Hang on a minute, I need to double check myself. Get my ruler out here. Yep, that's right, just making sure. So you're going to actually cut both of those down to be your two sides. So we have that. We have a little piece left over. So there's our box bottom is completely done. Now we're going to flip it over to do the top from this same designer series paper piece. And we are just going to cut one of these for the top. And we are going to cut it longwise. So that is the top. Okay, and then you're going to do two sides. So you're going to do one here, and that's going to be, let's make sure that's the right length. There we go. Snip off a little bit. So there's the one long side for the front, and here is the one long side for the back. This is your scrap left over. Very, very easy. There you go. You've got the back for that lid. And then you have the two short sides, which is really, really tiny. So you have, let's see here. You're going to do this. Let me do it actually. Let me do it like this. Okay, so you've got that piece right there, and you've got one, and then you've got the second one there. So literally, that is your only waste. There are your two pieces for your sides, and we will go ahead and pull our box. We'll do the top first. Super here on these two short ends. Just literally glue those down. And again, I have it designed so that you're cutting to where you use one piece of designer paper, any paper, and you're using both sides, which always coordinate, right? And then here is, let's see. that long piece that's going around the front and one on the back. Okay, there's that. We'll do the other side. And all the projects that you've made this week in your craft along go in your box. All the envelopes fit, so you can literally give this as a gift to somebody and slide a few little treats in there for them, which would be really nice, right? You can do this for a Christmas gift for someone. Stick some fun Bath and Body in there. Do just a little pampering gift. That would be awesome. Even for your teachers. Teachers love these boxes because they can then reuse them. So there is the lid. Isn't that so fun? And then you're going to go ahead and adhere the sides on to the box. And it's very easy. We're going to use the other side of the designer paper. There's that one. Here's this one. There we go. And, whoops, come on now. So most of you know I was going to go live at 7, and that's usually my normal time, 7 Eastern time. But today has been such a crazy day. I just needed to do the video. I didn't want to record it, so I did it live here. And getting all of the projects out for you to be able to create them, right? So you can go ahead and replay this and watch it again and again. It'll live out on YouTube, Jen's Creative Stampers, forever and ever and ever. All right, so then I flip it over. This is the front of my box. I have some really cute dies that I have went ahead and cut out already. I'm going to try and pull this back over. Have a little bit of a pile here. All right. So what we're going to do, we do need to stamp our little, we've got a rooster, we have some wheels, we have a seat, some corn, some pumpkins. Let's see. There we go. So fun, so cute. There we go, our wheels, and there's our corn now, the rest of it. Parts to our, can you guys see all of that? Parts to our tractor. Let me put that on there first. This is a fun little piece. It just kind of goes over the motor or whatever that exhaust pipe thing is. I don't know, I'm not a farmer. But I can put together a cute little tractor, I can tell you that. Farmer Jen, not so much. Cute little tractor, I'm all about it. Alright, so here we go. We're just going to add a little bit of that silver element, the foil paper that you got in your kits. So fun. This just adds a little bit of extra fun to your tractor, right? Okay. Just building these little pieces. There are several pieces in this bundle, but they all go together. So cute. So fun. Okay. And these little silver pieces, they actually get die cut in sets of 3. So that is really nice, okay? So as you can see what I've done here, you can go ahead and stamp that, hey, season's greetings. I think I will do that. I did it in the cherry cobbler. Whoops, come on now. And I will grab that again. Hey, and Season's Greetings. So be really careful with my cherry cobbler, because I don't want to get it all over the place, right? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Yes? Oh yes. I only needed 2 of the hay, bales of hay. There we go. Okay. So we've got that all laid out with the sentiments. Super fun. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just take our, my fingers are so sticky from that glue. I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to adhere my little seat into where the tractor will be driven. Maybe pull back a little bit on that. Give him some leg room. Cute, cute. And then what I'm going to do is I like to adhere it kind of over here on the top of this kind of wheel well. Kind of allows it just to kind of lay over and cover that hole. Okay. It's wiggling around right now. There we go. And then I'm going to add a little bit, just a dab of glue here. Come on, sticky fingers. I need some baby wipes. I thought I had a trailer. I do, right here. So my little trailer will be doing the same. Just put those right there. Glue and hold. So fun. Perfect. All right, so we've got that. What else do we need? Oh, I need to put my little pumpkins inside of my tractor. I'm just going to glue those down in there very easily. And then I'm going to lay it out here. So here we go. Let me add my corn over on this side. We've got more corn, cobs of corn. Corn, corn, and more corn. Okay, so we'll do that after we get everything else together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my dimensionals and pop him up. So cute. Okay. Let's see there. And hopefully this is giving you a lot of good ideas with this cute little tractor set. I just thought it was darling. I was talked into it, in all honesty. I didn't love it at first. But then when I started playing with it and the hey, 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 I just thought this is just too cute for words. So I was glad to be able to do the craft along and bring you some of the fun cards that we did this go round. So here we go. We're going to just take off that contact paper and get these cute little guys lined up there. I just love the pumpkins. Anybody getting ready for Thanksgiving? Anybody ready for Halloween? I know my son is. He cannot wait. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue these flat. Yeah, isn't that cute, Maggie? That's so cute. They're just too cute for words. I know. So I'm just going to stick that right there. Hey, and Season's Greetings. They're so cute. And you know what I'm going to do on this one? I'm going to take our little rooster and I'm going to give him a mini glue dot. And I'm going to stick him... So fun. I'm going to stick him right here He's the driver of that cute little, oh, we can't cover that completely up. Let's stick him right here on the back. There he is. He's riding on the tractor. Isn't that so fun? So we'll leave that, and now we're going to go ahead and focus on putting the corn together. I went ahead and used dimensionals for my corn. Thought that was the easiest way to do it, and just put a couple of dimensionals. I did use three die cuts of the corn, and literally just put them along here on the edge and kind of stacked them up a little bit there. Okay. Just need to do two, I think. That's probably good. And fun. Yep, that's awesome. So then you can either choose to do the mini glue dots or, not glue dots, you can do the mini dimensionals, or you can choose to do just glue, however whatever your preference is. I'm going to actually use my mini glue dots here, or my mini dimensionals. Can't get this straight. I'm very tired, you can tell. And I just stick them right down in there. Isn't that so cute? Then I just stick them, put them on the back, take the tape off, and add them. Should have done this before I got on my live. Oops. But you get the idea. Stick to your fingers too. There's that one. You can even pop some of them up and then put the other ones down. We'll just kind of sporadically do that. I like using my Take Your Pick tool for this because you can just stick it and then pull off the paper all in one fell swoop. So that's nice. Just kind of like that. I'm going to do one on the ends here. Let's do one right in the center. Okay, now the rest, I'm just going to take them and I'm going to do it super, super quick. Sticking them down, so some will be down, some will be popped. That's kind of fun. There's one. There's another. All right, and this is my super cute, fun box that I do believe everyone will find use for this holiday season. Super excited about that. There we go. So there's that, and then all we need are these cute little, I love these little like these gems here. I'm gonna stick one there, stick one there, stick one up there. I'll do 5. There's 4 and 5. And that, my friends, is the super amazing box with all of the projects inside that we have done this week. Take a look at them. So fun. We've got this one. We have this one. So I've got 2 of each, right? So that's how many this box holds. We got this one. Love this one. We've got this one. We've got this one. And we've got these that we just made with the belly bands. So all of those projects go into our amazing box, and you could still fit more. And there we go. That is our finished project. I hope you guys are enjoying this and have enjoyed it. It is unfortunately come to a close. You can get the kit, like I said. You can either get it to go. We're also going to do it in person. And you can also just get the PDF. So if you're ordered this week before August 4th is shopping with me is more than $50, then you get the PDFs for free. I'll go ahead and email those right to you. Okay? So I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the